We're back for another round of Weekend at Timmies. It's Weekend at Timmies round 2. If you don't know what Weekend at Timmies is, I did put the announcement video down below. I also put the announcement video for Summer Scare Readathon down below because that's why Jess is here. Because our readathons overlapped and we decided, you know what, let's make a weekend of it. Let's have a good time. Let's sprint for 8 hours on a Saturday.
Because why not?
Why not? Why wouldn't we do that? So it is Summer Scare. It is Weekend at Timmy's, bingo board, and also just random prompts working your way around the board. Both things be true, and here we are. For today, I have 2 reads. One of them is for both readathons, and one of them is just for one. This is the one that I'm going to be kind of maybe jumping into later. It is my last prompt for your board, which is under 200 pages. It is the final one. And it's also a manga, so it works for the graphic novel prompt for Weekend at Timmy's. So it is both. It's also working for the Bones readathon. So I'm just like, I am feeling this book fills so many things for me. But what I'm going to be starting with is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Story by Frederick Bachman. And will I cry on the internet?
Probably.
Probably. Probably. This one I'm obviously using for a book that will make me cry. So,
for obvious reasons.
Seems pretty straightforward. Jess, what are you up to today?
I believe that I have hit all of my prompts.
Yay!
For Summer Scare at some point, but I am trying to read a book per prompt. So technically, I have this short book. This is for my under 200 pages. Creep Over. This is the last book in this series. It's a 22 book series, and this is the last one I have to read. And then I have for mid-grade, but also for graphic novel for Timmy's, I think this is volume 18 in the Witch graphic novel series. And my audiobook for the weekend is going to be Witchlings by Claribel A. Ortega, which I have read before, and it did make me cry before. I don't know if it'll make me cry the second read through, but I'm counting it.
Totally counts.
Because I've read it before. And I tried to start book 4 of the series this week. It came out on Tuesday. And I was like a chapter and a half in, and I was just like, I feel like I need a refresher, and I love these books enough that I'm okay rereading them. So I just decided to reread the whole series and then start 4.
There's definitely a few books that I have to continue the series where I'm like, realistically at this point, I need to restart.
It has a lot of characters, and that's really the main thing, is like remembering who the name's attached to, which is weird for a mid-grade, but that's why I love that series so much, because it is surface level enjoyable for an 8-year-old, but as an adult, you can really dive into it.
Yeah.
If it was a book series I didn't love quite as much, I would just read a couple summaries to get me back to where I need to be to read the new one. But because I love the first 3 books so much, I was like, I'll just reread it.
Yeah, absolutely. So. That's what I'm going to do with Fireborn, because I picked up the final book in Fireborn at the end of last year, thinking I could just, or maybe
hop right in.
I thought I could just hop right in, and I went, oh no, I have no idea who these I remembered the main characters, but a lot of like the periphery characters who are important, they're starting to become more important as you go through the series. And I was like, I don't even remember what side of the war you all are on. Like, I do not know.
And I need a little refresher.
It became a little bit problematic. And I was like, I could just watch a recap, but like, I love Fireborns. Like, it's fine. I'll just reread it and I'll just binge all 3. It's fine. That's not a hardship by any means. Hello. Using time until sprints start as the first sprint. I love that. Hi, Kelly. Happy weekend at Timmy's. Good morning. Going to try and read for most of the day. Last day of vacation. I love this for you, that you get to spend the day reading. That's pretty much all I'm doing today too. Like, I'll stop to eat, and stuff. But I really have no other plans today other than like this book and the other book if I have time. But this is going to be my main one today, because I feel like this is only an 11-hour audio. So during our 8 hours of sprints, if I don't get too many distractions,
you should be able to finish it.
I should get either finished or very, very, very close.
Very close, yeah.
Which would be ideal. Mostly just because I'm also trying to finish Tackling Timmy's, the video, and this is like on that too. So I'm like, I'm in the middle of reading 7 books, and that number needs to come down. That number needs to be less.
I'm only in 3.
See, that's a much more reasonable number.
One of them I will restart because I started reading it physically as an arc, and I'm like
Yeah.
10% in, so I'll just restart it when I have the audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
And then one is Catabasis.
Same.
I'm only on page 50 though.
I'm 400 pages in to
Yeah.
Catabasis.
And then I started yesterday I finished all of my books and was like, I still have my drive to the grocery to pick up groceries and then the drive home, and what do I want to start? And so I started the new Riley Sager. So
Ooh.
I'm a whopping 7% into that.
Nice. Still, 3 books, much more manageable number. I need to finish books. By the way, the 7 is counting this one because even though I haven't started yet, I will be momentarily. So
Momentarily, I'll be at 4.
right. So we're counting the ones we're doing. Going to be bouncing between Lies We Sing to the Sea and other stuff. I've been in a slump this month. While the story is good, my brain is like, nah, I feel that. Hello, Allie. Good morning, Beartown. Yay. Definitely will make you cry.
Yes.
Definitely. Very heavy book. Frederick Bachman is one of those ones that you can almost guarantee will make you feel some sort of emotion. Whether it is like crying or like anger, you'll get emotions out of a Frederick Bachman book, no matter what. Beartown, you'll get all of them. All of the emotions will happen during Beartown.
Yeah, it's not. I know enough to know that it's not a book for me.
Fair.
So I do one of these. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just gonna be over here.
Yeah, that's one. Like, please check your trigger warnings of Beartown before you go in. Hello, Caitlin. You've already cried from your book. Oh no,
Excellent.
It started off early.
I love that for you.
I mean, I love a good book cry. You know I do. You know I love to cry. Actually, I cried at a book last night. I was like, I should have just kept this for this morning. But I finished Lessons in Chemistry last night, and for the whole back half of the book, I was not okay.
Yeah, a book cry is one thing. A book sob is a completely other thing.
Fair.
Where you're just like you're crying and you've got snot running down your face and you're trying to finish and like read and you can't read through your tears. And
I feel like that was me with the final Frederick Bachman book. Like, if I didn't have the audio, I would not have been able to read the words. Like, it was too I was crying too hard.
I've been there where I've just closed like when you're immersion reading and you just close the physical book because you're not paying attention anymore anyway.
I can't see it anyway. I'm crying too hard. So here we
sobbing.
are. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Anne, Tennille, and Ace. Stacy is here, and this is a popular book for this weekend. I'm not gonna lie. This was one that I'm seeing a lot in the Discord because obviously, for a book that will make you cry, Atmosphere will do the deed, or at least very close to crying. Like it's gonna be.
As long as you shed one tear, you're fine.
Literally. So I know a lot of people are picking up Atmosphere this weekend. Good morning, Gabby. Going to be reading Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil or Savage Blooms. I think it counts. Sure. I like that twist on the prompt, honestly. All my readathons, I don't do competitive readathons. Like, I don't host one yet. Maybe someday I will, but as of right now, I don't. So when it's not competitive, I'm like, if it counts for you, it counts. Bend, stretch, do as you wish. Like, I'm good.
I run the readathon and I say, if you can hit every prompt with one book, first off, I want to know what the book is. Second off, go for it.
Do it. Have fun. Hello, Queenie. Already read 2 volumes of manga this morning. I really loved it. Yes, I expect to really love this one. I will be really shocked if I don't really love this one, but I do think I'm going to be sad. I really, really do. Atmosphere. 69% into Dark Air. Going to alternate between Murder on the Orient Express and Sun Eater 4 on audio and Kingdoms of Death. Here and Ready to Cry with When We Were. When We Were. I don't know what that is. What is this? Jess has got it. What's When We Were?
I don't know.
We might need the author's name because I feel like that's a pretty generic title. Brooklyn, good night for you. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good night for you. I hope you're enjoying Immortal Dark. I actually really had a good time with this one. Hi, Bella. Gonna be finishing Ready Player One and then read The Women. Oh, busy. Need to go to a volleyball tournament and Oktoberfest. Well, both of those things sound like fun times, though, honestly. So busy, but fun. Have work to do, but there's going to be a storm later, so I'll have to stop and read. Oh, shoot. How sad. Perfect reading ambiance, too, is a storm. Need to edit and do homework so that I could get to like 25%. The other book I'm reading is Dark Air. I'm 40% in, and it's so good. I'm so glad you're liking this. I'm so glad. This is going to be in Tackling Timmies. And let's just say the sequel did not disappoint, friends. It did not disappoint. I almost cried putting it down. That's fair. It's so good.
That means you're really having a good time.
It's such a good sequel, guys. It's so good. I mean, the whole series is amazing. Good morning, Lexi. Just sitting down for breakfast and iced coffee and going to pick up Lore Olympus. Nice. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter. We're fine with whatever. You could be 92% in and it counts for all I care. Sounds good. I've shed a little tear so far, but I'm only 70% in, so I fear I will be crying much harder by the end. Yeah, probably if you're already crying at 70%. Mm-hmm. It's okay if you don't cry. The other one is just like it gives strong emotion. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
like obviously you don't know if a book is actually going to make you cry, but if you know it's going to be like an emotional book, that counts. So yeah, feel free to stretch it in any way. Again, in a strong emotion could be like anger too. Like it doesn't have to be, or whatever. Like it doesn't have to be sadness necessarily.
I do have a mechanical keyboard. It is very clacky. It's not great when we're doing things that I actually need to type, but for writing purposes, it's phenomenal. It like really puts you in the zone because you want to hear your ADHD brain wants to continue to hear the clackities, so you must continue to write.
Honestly, I just love the ASMR of it. Like it just does something to my brain that it makes my brain happy. I want a clacky keyboard. I don't have one and I really want one.
I didn't know how much I needed one until I got one.
See? Yeah, maybe that needs to be the next upgrade for down here. Cuz I might need one. The book is by Diana Elliott Graham, When We Were. Okay, I'm going to look that up during the sprint because I want to know what you're reading. Oh, it's for the input. It's my in-person book club is reading it this month. Everyone has been a mess. Oh, no.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm glad that you have a graphic novel that works or manga. I think it was a manga, actually, which is to me visual media.
Yes.
Apparently, my book club likes to read emotional reads. I feel like that's common with book clubs. Like, I think because books like that come with good discussions. Like, I feel like
my in-person book club is not a big emotional read kind of group. She tends to pick things that are more like very literary.
Yes.
I can guarantee you in the 4 years that I've been there, there's probably, and I'm talking, we do a book a month, there's probably been 10 or less that I've actually enjoyed.
That happens with book club books.
Yeah, but I have found books that I absolutely love that I never in a million years would have heard of or picked up. So the discussion part is the reason why I enjoy it.
Yeah. I feel like this is us too, Bethany, is we do a lot of romance in my in-person book club, like a lot, which
I
I'm
don't
not
do
mad
any
at.
genre fiction.
So, good morning, Michael. Yes, grab a coffee. I think I'm actually going to do that during the first sprint is replenish my coffee because I'm out and that's just not going to 8 hours of sprints and out of coffee. That doesn't. Mm-mm. No. No. I get together with my in-person book club last night, and we were all like, "Yeah, a culty horror book." I mean, that would not be my vibe, but I do think it might be Jess's.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I do like cult books. But the problem with liking a specific type of book, and I know most of you will get this, is that it's really hard to continue to like that kind of book because it has to like hit the right things. So most of the time, even though I love a good culty book,
Mhm.
most of the time a cult book doesn't work for me because they're just not it. Like they are not doing it enough or correctly.
Yeah. No, I see that. Totally.
So
Yeah, it's the time of year for that though, right? Like it's the time of year for a horror book. Do romance outside of that, you know? Always end up liking books more for my book club after we discuss it. This can happen for sure.
yeah.
This can totally happen. I feel like this year book club books have been very hard for me. For some reason, like if I have to read it for a book club, it's almost guaranteed to be a book I don't like. No, why this is happening to me. I hate it.
I've there have been books, man, that I don't finish for in-person book club. I will DNF I
It's
still will go to, even if I don't finish it, even if I only read like 10%, I will still go to book club because I want to sit and listen to what everybody else liked. Because if everyone else liked specific things about it that I might like, I
mhm.
will finish the book.
Yep.
But, you know,
And yes, this does mean that catabasis is going poorly. And I'm 400 pages in, so it's not going to change most likely. And this breaks my heart. Like literally, I we are gonna go into a sprint here in a minute just because where we're moving channels at in 4 hours, we kind of got to keep on a schedule. But I did want to answer this question before we went into it of like, I'm devastated.
whoops.
I just vlogged my thoughts for catabasis, like literally right before we came on. And yeah, it it's I'm gonna finish it. I'm not DNFing it, but it's not what I wanted it to be.
I have DNF'd a Dark Academia book at 90% before. I am not scared.
Oh, I
But
DNF books super late, but because it's for B&K Book Club and I'm
yeah,
the reason we read it, I feel like I must finish.
that's because it's a book club book and because I already own the physical copy is the only reason why I intend to try to continue.
Yeah.
Um, I started it when we were doing sprints the one day,
Yeah,
and
Tues last Friday.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then Saturday the readathon started, and I didn't want to read that brick during the readathon because I wouldn't read anything else.
Mhm.
So I put it down. I was like, I'll start again on Monday, and so we'll see how I feel about it afterwards.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Fine. Anyway, we're gonna go into a sprint with that little tidbit of my sadness. Look, we're already gonna start to make me cry just talking about my disappointment. I'll see you all in an hour. Happy reading. Hello, we're back. How did everybody's first sprint go? Before we get to how we did, I just want to say hello to everybody who joined us because we did have a couple of people join us. Lynn's joined us like as I hit the timer to start. So it was like I literally just missed saying good morning. Good morning, Lynn's. It's always the way, right? Hello, Josh, as well as you. Hi, Ren. Going to be reading Arcana. You need to tell me how this is going because I really want this book to be good. I really want this to be great. Hello, Court, reading Scorched Roses and doing some grad work today. And Nina is also here. Okay, so we're to where the sprint ended. How did it go, Jess?
I definitely was like starting to doze off at like the 10-minute mark.
Fair.
If you go back, you can probably see me and the book both doing one of these.
Yes.
But I made it to page 100.
Nice.
Which these are like, it's mid-grade, so it's,
yeah,
very big text and very fast. So
we love those.
I have said, because as I said, I've read 22 of these. Well, this will be the 22nd one. And they all have like this creepometer on the back of it that like tells you how spooky the book is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And this one is like a 5 creepy. And for the most of the series, like the creepier it says it's going to be, the better the book has been. Mm-hmm. And that is continuing to be true for this one. It's very creepy. Like if I was a 9-year-old, I would be terrified. So,
right. Yeah.
And I love that.
That's fun. For you.
For me, yeah.
That would not be my vibe, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Also, I'm glad it's like a fast read. I ended up getting to 52 pages of the book.
Which is about right for a 60-minute sprint.
Yeah, that was about what it should have been. I think I'll probably at some point during the next one have lunch because lunchtime will hit like midway through the next sprint for me. But yeah, I'm a good time. Obviously, sad things are happening already because this book, like the whole premise is sad. But like I like the characters. I really like the little girl that we're like, because we're in the headspace of a 7-year-old for the entire book. Which I like, and also I don't know how a 400-page book from that perspective is going to work. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a very weird age to be in the brain of.
Yes. And also how she's interpreting, like you really have to pay attention because she's interpreting the world from like a 7-year-old's perspective. And you're like, but what is happening? Like actually to the adults around her. Does that make sense? Because like she's like you're getting it from what a kid's context would be, which is not necessarily like the full context. Right?
I think as a writer, that would be a really interesting concept, like to write from that perspective and to be able to make it work.
Yeah, agreed. It actually feels very different from a Frederick Backman, probably because again, we're in the head of a 7-year-old. Like so like obviously it's going to feel a little bit different. You're not going to have necessarily these like broad sweeping life lessons necessarily.
Right.
But I think you will somehow, like,
well, I mean, it could be conveyed through dialogue.
Exactly. I mean, there is like an external narrator, but like we stick with her. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a mix of both, but I'm liking it.
That's good.
Yes, it is good. It's good to enjoy our books. Use that sprint to read a manga, A Sigh of Affection, Volume 5. Cat Plus Gamer. I support this choice because we all know I love Cat Plus Gamer. So very, very good. Good morning, Jen. I hope you are doing well. Read 5% of 6 Scorched Roses. This is also a favorite book of mine, and ate a breakfast sandwich. Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry, but it's like it's 11:30 here, so like breakfast was a while ago for me.
I did have a bowl of cereal during that sprint too. So
yeah, because I got up at 6 this morning, so breakfast was a while ago.
It was.
See, I'm a morning person, which anyone who has ever sprinted with me in the evening knows this. I'm not a night owl. I am useless in the late nights. I cannot. I get up early. That's when I function the best. I cannot be up late. And by late, I mean like 9:30.
Yeah. After 8:30 hits, you're done.
I'm really quite done. The end of Bones every week is always a time, to be honest.
It's 9 o'clock and you're just like, it's 10 o'clock for you, isn't it?
It's 10 o'clock for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like useless. But it's fun.
Mm,
It's a good time. Got to page 60 and liking it. Did some more work and watched some YouTube. Get ready for the day and made a bit of progress in Love and Other Conspiracies. For a second, I thought this was Love and Other Words, and I was like, yes, that will make you cry. Yes, it would. Yeah.
I read that as Love and Otter Conspiracies.
Oh, could you imagine what the Otter Conspiracies would be?
Yeah, I was interested actually.
Do you know what will be interesting as this day progresses? Because you are like my most sarcastic friend that we will be sarcastic with each other. What will we turn into by the end of it?
Who knows?
Who knows, friends? Got to 86% in Savage Blooms and got up to get a snack. Chai pudding with berries. That sounds amazing. Still enjoying the arc. This happens. You know what? It's Saturday. This is perfectly acceptable to do nothing on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
Same. I'm getting very hungry. Got to 75% of The Dark Air. Another hour into Kingdom of Death. I'm glad you're enjoying this series. Ooh, not sure what to do in the next sprint. Write some Goodreads reviews. That is very fair. Or start Empire of Storms. I mean, I vote Empire of Storms.
It depends on how far behind you are.
That's true.
Because like once I finish this book in this sprint, which I will because I'm already at like 70%, I am 5 reviews behind in my reading journal. So that's what I'm going to work on before I start the second book.
That's smart.
I'm going to get my reading journal caught up and my Instagram mini reviews caught up before I start the next book because I don't want to get too far behind.
Yeah,
So.
That's very fair. Oh, I hope you're enjoying this book too. I liked this one. 3 chapters. Hi, Jen. Just got back from the gym and picking up my groceries. Busy day today, but hoping to read even if this is. Hello, Lizzie. Hello, Stacy. It's too early in Alberta. Fair. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Nova Scotia for anyone in Canada who wants to know like where in Canada I fall. So I'm very far away from you, but I hope Alberta's lovely and that you're having a good day or a good start to the day. Because what would that be? 3-hour time difference, I think. So what? 8:30 a.m. That's early. Had me some coffee and breakfast and read about 20 pages. Didn't read. Oh no, hives on the toddler. Ugh, hives are the worst thing because then you have to become a detective.
Yeah.
Of like why this is happening. I'm wondering how I'm going to feel as it plays out, to be honest. Because I like it, but I'm not like loving it. Because
and how much are you going to like it 60 pages from now?
Or like 370 pages from now, which is like really far, you know? But I'm here for the process. I'm not disliking it by any means yet. But is it my favorite Bachman yet? No. But I did really like that we have a significant like crossover with another Bachman book because Britt Marie's in here from Britt Marie Was Here, which is another whole, like she has her own book, which I do think takes place after this, like in the timeline.
Yeah.
So like I'm seeing her like pre everything she went through in that book. Oh, Bring on the Life. That's what I love about Frederick Bachman. I know some people think he overdoes it, which is a very fair critique. But I love it. This one or Jess's? Truly not sure. Yes, it is the last volume. Yeah, new manga cat series. I mean, we'll read any of the cat mangas that people would like to make, honestly. I get up at 6 a.m. every day. Every day.
I get up at 6:30 on weekdays for work, but I notoriously only sleep like 3 or 4 hours a night because I can't sleep at night.
Mhm.
So, like, weekends, I usually sleep until noon because my body, like, is like, "Hello, we need to catch up on some of that sleep."
That's very fair.
Hence the me yawning and dozing while I read.
I know we had to do these we're doing these very early because when we were like we were trying to do the math of like how long to make it was smart
Yeah.
math is hard, friends. It's a time. Also, hello, Ro. But that is why we started on my channel and not Jess's because it made more sense for me to do the early ones and just to do the later ones than flip flopped. I'm dead later, and
I'm dead now.
right, it just made sense. Literally,
Yeah.
we all read about the Otter conspiracy. Someone needs to write that. It's so good so far. Yes, I'm so glad because it really sounds like my vibe, like dark academia, magic, fantasy romance, like here, please give me. Sometimes it's not by choice.
Yep, that's me too.
It's just how my body works. Like I cannot, my brain shuts off at night and it's like I can be awake, but I'm not functional at night. 38% and no romantic interest has been established. So it's definitely a slow burn. Slow burn. I don't mind a slow burn, honestly. Especially if it's like going to take like the whole series to get there. That doesn't bother me. Also, I feel like in fantasy romance, if it's a slow burn, you get a lot more fantasy content, which I appreciate because you have to.
Yeah. Something has to happen if it's a fantasy romance and the romance isn't going.
Right. So then you get more politics, you get more magic. And I'm like, yes.
And those are the things we like.
Right. So I think that's why I like slow burn in romantasy too. I'll alternate between Murder on the Marlow and Masquerade in Lodi, one of the Pendrick novellas. Which novella are you on for this? Because I feel like you're quite far in this set of novellas. Function best if I'm able to get up at 7:30 or 8 a.m. and then going to bed at 1 could not be me. Could not be me. By 1, I would be delirious.
If I could go to bed at 6 a.m. and sleep until about 2 in the afternoon, I would be fantastic.
That would be like your ideal. You need to work like back shift is what needs to happen.
Which I did when I was younger.
Mm.
And then when I worked in the restaurant industry, I worked closing shifts. So I was usually, and we would like close work and then go to like a 24-hour diner and stay there. Typically, oftentimes would have dinner and then would be there so long we would also have breakfast
Yes.
and then go home and go to bed and then wake up and go to work and do it again. So
very fair. Look at me doing time zone math correctly.
yeah.
I have read one Elise Kova before and I gave it 5 stars, which is like I should have read more. You would think if you read one and give 5 stars, you would have read more by now because it was 3 years ago. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. Oh, yeah, when they come from the sun. That's the thing, because hives can be food, it can be, like, touch, like, laundry, soap. There's so many things that
Yeah.
environmental, literally everything. And this time of year too, allergies, like, of pollen, like, you have no idea.
It can be shingles.
Oh, poor Jess. Poor Jess. Had the shingles, y'all. That
She's
is
like, why do I have this? Like, what is with this rash? That's weird.
yeah. She's quite a big part of this book, actually. At first, because that's why I tabbed it when I first saw their like little comment about Britt Marie and Kent, because I was like, oh, a little, like sometimes when they'll just like name drop another character.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure to mention it in the vlog, but then I was like, oh no, she's in like every chapter. She's apparently sticking around.
And you've already read the other book.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter that you're reading it out of order because it's already been read out of order.
Totally. It's already done. I don't think it really matters other than the fact that like obviously this is pre what she goes through in her book because she would be acting differently in this book if it was, morning person, but uni life has forced me into being an evening person. Love being morning person. You can get so much done early in the morning. Everything is in the evening. Until 9 p.m. coffee, like, I couldn't be focusing that late. Although I probably did when I was in school, like, I just did it off the coffee. Like, I just,
We live about an hour and 15 minutes away from Danica's campus, and her classes all start at 8 o'clock in the morning. And when I tell you she is not a morning person, oh, it's
you're like,
great.
"No, she's not that."
It's fun. Every time she's just like, I don't want to go.
She's like, "No, I can't do this." I mean, teenagers though too, right? Like, what
Yeah.
teenager is a morning person? I mean, some probably. On 7, see, I knew you were pretty far through this novella series. I also this is me too. Like, I only get about 5 to 6 hours a night because as much as, like, I can't function past 10, I still have to do, like, bedtime and all sorts of things. So, like, I don't go to bed until 11:30 midnight,
Yeah.
like, asleep. I'm in bed, but I'm not asleep. I'm, like,
Yeah.
scrolling TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not functioning, but I'm awake. There's two different levels of, like,
I'm
sleeping.
existing. I'm not functioning.
Correct. Hello, Jay. Ooh, salsa. We are seeing shingles younger and younger. I'm seeing a lot of younger people.
It is not even an option. Like they don't even give it to you as an option. Not even just that they won't pay for it. It's just they tell you you don't need it.
That's weird.
And when I tell you the people who came out of the woodwork who are like 35 and younger who had shingles when I had shingles, who
Mhm.
were like, "Oh yeah, I've had it," or "I have it recurringly,"
Yeah.
or and I'm just like, "How come nobody ever talks about it?" Like, legitimately didn't even know it was an option for me to have shingles at my age.
Yeah, I think people don't realize you can get it so young. I mean, I don't think I did until you got it, to be honest, and then I was like, "Oh, that."
I didn't even know it was physically possible.
Right. Yeah. Stacey, also small kids, sometimes this just happens. Like, I don't know what it is about children.
They're children.
But it happens. This is true. Like, when you have, like, life-changing things like having a baby, sometimes it, like, changes your whole, like, sleep and then you never, like, go back either. You know what? I don't mind this. I think that's kind of why I am a morning person, though, to be honest, is because I get up before everybody else who lives here by, like, 2 hours. And, like, I
Yeah.
have 2 hours of absolute, like, silence, and honestly, it's bliss.
Yeah.
Great. It's really, really nice. I have to get up at 5 for work, and I hate it. I can never make it to bed before midnight, so it's not fun. Yeah, I get that. You have to be 65 or older to get it here. See, I don't even know that, and I live in the same province. I didn't know this. I would love to get it, but I'm going to be 27, and I was exposed to it all the time at work. You'd think you'd be able to get it. Like, it's so silly.
Yeah, you would think as someone who
Works in the
has an encounter with it regularly that they would allow you to they would cover it.
you would think. Like, that's insane. Okay, friends, we are gonna get into our next sprint. I'm gonna finish some more of my book, eat some lunch, and we will see you in an hour. Happy reading. Hello, hello, hello. I want to say hello to all the friends that showed up during that sprint. And as that happened last time, something else happened again this time. I hit start on the timer and immediately a hello came in and I missed it by like 0.1 seconds. So hello, Sarah. I see that you're reading Bride. I don't know if it would make you cry, but I hope you enjoy it. So more, yeah, coffee is needed. Coffee is needed. You were all at home, but you're here now. You're here now. Good morning. Just joining, and we'll be reading. People watching. I'm really excited to read this Hannah Bottom Young new book. Also, hello, Christina. How are you? How are you? Okay, now we're to where the sprint ended. Jess, how did you do?
I had a nap.
Nice.
I read like another 10 pages.
Nice.
Had some more coffee. I wrote some in my journal to catch up.
All of those are fantastic things.
Mm-hmm.
We love all those things.
Mm-hmm.
I ate lunch. That was mostly what I did during that sprint. And then I got to 84 pages, which I actually think I'm liking it more now, which is, I think I just had to like settle into being like, okay, this is told really differently because it's told from a
Yeah.
like, just had to alter my expectation of like how this book was going to be told to me. And now I'm like, okay, great, cool. But I'm liking it a lot. And like, obviously, Frederick Bachman, super heavy topics are being touched on. Like, that's just, you know,
par for the course.
Absolutely. It's what we have come to expect, honestly. Jenny, Len should finish my book. How did your book do? Playing with cats, fed the cat, made special weekend tea. I love how your cat came right as we started talking about cats. Well, one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Quiet couch time. I support this. 16 pages left in Wild Dark Shore. It's been a while since I devoured a book like this. That's interesting that you're liking this because this was a book that was on our list at one point for 5-star project. We didn't do it. Although you never know what will happen because who knows where 5-star project will take us. Did my physio Duolingo read some of Murder on the Marlowe Bell in the next section of Masquerade in Lodi. Untangled my ball of yarn and started my next crochet pumpkin. Oh, that's so fun. Got to 79%. Hello, Millie. Joined during that sprint reading Saving 6. I was going to say, I haven't read this series, but from what I've seen everywhere on the internet, tears are to be expected with this series. So perfect for the prompt. Read 3 chapters in Bride. The sarcasm is keep me going. Yeah, I didn't hate Bride. It's my, no, it's not my least favorite Ali Hazelwood now with Deep End, but it's my second. But I really liked, there's a young character in this that like isn't part of the relationship, but is like a sibling to somebody that I really, really liked. So that like kept me going, that there was like a character I was really invested in, even though it wasn't like the romance. You know what I mean? Got a chocolate spice coffee. Yes, please. I would like one. Can you send that this way?
Through the screen, please.
Please. Could we just get to that point where we could just be like, here.
For you. That wasn't an invitation, Merlin.
I mean, you can send Merlin through the screen. I will gladly take the kitty cuddles any time. Read a chapter and worked on some stuff. Made it to page 126. It's creatively structured and I'm quite enjoying it. Nice. Washed my hair and started to get ready for the day at like 11:30. It's a Saturday though. Like this is an appropriate time to be getting ready for the day, honestly. Like nobody needs to get up early on a Saturday and get fully ready. That's unnecessary. Ooh, Blood Over Brighthaven. I know that you were enjoying this a few weeks ago, so I hope that you continue to enjoy this. It might not make you cry, but it'll definitely give you strong emotions, like for sure. 98% into Sabbath Blue. Tending the fairy stuff was more than an eerie backdrop of this sexy stuff. Fair. Merlin. Also, Julie. Just got home from brunch and now I need to get stuff done working on Magic Triumphs. Just finished Just Stab Me Now. Starting the Things. I love the title of that book, honestly. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Starting the Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. A lot of people have been loving this book. You are not the only one. I've heard really great things. I don't know if it would be my vibe, though. Someone will have to tell me who's read it. I mean, a whole crocheted pumpkin patch sounds like a great one. Book was good. The couple was cute, but the red flag X is in the book. Oh, it made me very angry. I don't necessarily need to meet the X's in books unless for some reason they become a large part of the plot, which at any point I don't think they should be. So I don't know why they have to be in there, but sometimes I guess it makes sense. Didn't read during that sprint, secured the coffee and took photos for Instagram. Amazing. More of Sun Eater, doing a terrible job of alternating with my mystery. That's okay. Read what you're enjoying and working on your puzzle. Oh, this is the ex-boyfriend in the book. I was like, who are we talking about and what podcast are we talking about? I was like, wait, is there tea? Because truly, I'm not really great at knowing what's happening in popular culture.
The world.
Right. I don't keep up that closely. So somebody could have been on a podcast and I'd be like, ooh, what's the tea? Somebody else needs to tell me. Finished Ready Player One, started The Women and got home. Ooh, what did you get at the bookstore? We need to know the haul. I'm currently on a book buying ban. I'm buying books for, through you all at this point. I need the high. Freaking loved Wild Dock Shore. Goal is to make 4. So this is number 2. Okay. So you've got 3 basically to go because you're just starting this one. You got this. I love that we can just hear purring through your camera. And I love that. It's actually the best ASMR for sprints, honestly. Perfect. Yeah, cute pillows for the couch, but I'll probably submit them for a pumpkin contest at work this year. Yes. Jokingly told myself I'm not allowed to win the contest because I have enough PTO. Fair. Gonna start a graphic novel, Lore Olympus Volume 5. So I can say I accomplished something this weekend. When I saw that we got the graphic novel prompt, I was so happy because I was like, oh, worst case scenario. It's so easy to just not go to graphic novel, quit.
We could finish something the weekend at least, for sure.
Right. Because sometimes I think last weekend at Timmy's, I was reading Fear the Flames, and I surely did not finish that over the weekend. So this way I'll at least finish something. Although to be honest, I'll probably finish both because I don't think this is going to take earth-shatteringly long amounts of time.
I think it took me 3 days to finish both books last time. I had a physical book and an audio book, and I went into Monday, which
is totally fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be finished my the bingo board for your readathon by the end of the readathon. It's going to go into Monday for sure. Because I can't see me also finishing Catabasis this weekend, and I need to finish that to complete the bingo board.
Yeah.
I might, but it might be Monday, which is fine.
Well, I also anything if I start a book for a prompt and DNF the book, I still count that because I tried.
Me too. I count that. So I guess me reading 400 pages of it counts still.
Speaking of, I DNF'd The Coven.
Oh, did you?
I did. Wow.
I feel everyone's surprised I have that on my TBR, but I felt I was even more surprised that you had that on your TBR.
Wow, what a time.
How far did you get?
15%.
Oh, not very far. Okay. Oh, I'm scared now. I was always scared, to be honest.
I was always scared also.
I've been scared the whole time. But honestly, I'm when you put that on your TBR, I was like, oh, if I had time, I feel the two of us would have a time.
I got far enough in that I was I don't think this is for me, which I knew going in, but I was I don't know that this is the book for me. And so I found a spoiler synopsis and was yeah, you know what? This is a good place to stop. This is
fair. Rainey has read it, and Rainey's I don't know why you own this. And I was I don't really know why I own this either. I don't know.
Honestly, there was like a moment very early, which to me was like, it was a dumb moment. Hi, Raja, you too, huh?
Hold
Um,
on.
it's Harper Elwood's.
This one. And
Yeah,
here,
that one.
I'm going to tell you why I own this. This was way back when Canada barely got sprayed edges.
Yeah.
So I just saw pretty beautiful sprayed edges and I bought it. And I'm just like, I don't really think I'm going to let that was a bad buy. I have both books. I have both.
For me, it was there was just this moment like pretty early on where, um, as I said, the bad guy slash love interest, because it's a dark romance, he like vampire bites her in the neck and she talks about how excruciatingly painful it is. And when she pushes him off, she's like, that was rude. And I was just like,
I love
what?
when Stacey's like, it was terrible. It was
What?
terrible. So when will I read this? I don't know. I don't know when I will read this, friends. Will I get further than Jess? Also, I can't make any promises because truly I'm in my DNF era. So, you know.
And it was my prompt of book outside of my comfort zone.
That would have been very outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
For
and so definitely for sure counted it when I was like DNF'd, but I'm counting it.
sure. I am doing okay on my book buying ban. I haven't bought a book. I did go to a book swap, so 2 new books came into my house. But one of them was a book that I was already reading from the library. So like that I could just return the library book and like keep reading it. And it was Way of Kings, which I was struggling to get done in the library alone length of time anyway. So I was quite pleased when I found that the other day.
Yeah, it's a brick.
Yeah. In this one, the one at the library was the full hardback, like massive, huge, hard, couldn't hold it.
Not in two books kind of deal.
Totally did not work. So the one that I got was the mass market, which is a lot more, manageable.
Wieldy.
Yeah, it works a lot better. I'm glad that you're using up your PTO off until the 29th. That sounds amazing. Like a whole week and a bit off. 5 reviews to catch up on, but I'm going to switch to reading and then I'll get back to reviews. Yeah, you can kind of like switch back and forth. I like to do that, honestly, with things. Like, gives me a break. We do have a Raja. We have all the cats. The cuddles are happening, and I'm very jealous of the cat cuddles that are going on the screen right now, honestly.
They don't like each other, so.
They
don't like each other, the cats.
This happens.
Yeah.
Broke my book buying ban this month, so I shall be published on my TBR for October. Punished. That makes more sense. I was just reading the comment, and then I was like, wait a minute. No. That's what I mean. I didn't break it. I said I was allowed to do book swaps. So like things came in and honestly, this was clutch for the Way of Kings for me. Like this was amazing. And very needed, to be honest, because the big hardback was just not working because I could put it here on the desk, but like that's just not how I like to read, like slouched over a book on my desk.
Yeah.
And it was already a book I was struggling with anyway because it's Way of Kings. And it's a little bit too wartime fantasy for my liking, which I knew was going to be a problem going in. This is not surprising.
I buy the white UK editions of his books, and I think those are the ones that like come in 2 books.
Yes.
Buy them in the UK.
They are. Which I actually kind of prefer, but then I'm like, why didn't you just publish them as 2 books? Like we should have cut that. We could have cut that down, you know? Oh, I love that. Kitties are so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm so Jen, that's so funny you say that. I'll need to talk to you because there's something I can't tell you on camera. But I will message you or put it in the Discord. Because if you read that, we need to have a chat after you read that. I am not, this is very true. I am not a medieval scholar method of reading. It's true. I want to be able to hold the book like this. This is what I want. I want to curl up. I want to tuck my feet under me and probably sit in a way that my spine does not appreciate, but that's okay. And curl up. Does that make sense? Like that's how I read books. And any other way is not right.
I don't have a set way. Just whatever works for the moment and the book I'm reading, and
That's fair. I do. I need to like curl. I need to curl right up. I like to like I rarely sit though without my feet tucked underneath me like they are right now. Well, one is. Because my feet don't touch the floor.
oh,
Yeah. I'm teeny tiny. Yeah, and this happens to me during most battle scenes, which is why I don't really like wartime fantasy because I'm just like they're fighting each other and who cares? Like they're like, and I wielded my sword, and I'm like, okay. I
I'm
don't.
just gonna skim read this part.
I'm like, just tell me who won, tell me who died, who won, and that's all I need to know. Like, then move on with ourselves. So I knew this was going to be a problem going into this. I knew. Been trying to hold the book for a while, reading the hardcover edition of Bury Your Bones in the Midnight Soil, and it's a struggle. It's hard when the books are heavy. It's really quite difficult. Literally, short girl problems. Short girl problems. Which again, I'm sure my spine does not appreciate that I constantly tuck my feet. But this chair actually, okay, so this is my new desk chair. If anyone noticed, a couple weeks ago, I ended up getting a new desk chair, and it has the ergonomic seat part, like this, the part that pops out that you can curl your legs onto.
Oh yeah.
You know? So like technically I'm doing it in a more like reasonable fashion now. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. So it's fine. I just can't. Like I'll sit like this. I have them down now for a second, but in 2 seconds you'll see me like kind of like swing a leg up. I can't do it. Kindle is clutch. And I mean, honestly, for anyone who has ever been considering getting a Kindle stand, I only recently got a Kindle stand, and truly, I thought it was unnecessary. Now I can't read without it. Like, this is the best thing I ever purchased, honestly, to be honest. And it came with the clicker, like it came all together, all one box, everything you need. And truly, it's the best thing I ever purchased for myself. So if you were on the edge and needed someone to push you over it, I will be that person for you. It was so heavy because I don't even know what they made the cover out of. It was like a special cover that was like ridiculously heavy, like and like weighted. I don't understand why. Like I really don't understand why. And yeah, it was really weird. And I've only had one other book made with a cover like that, and it was 56 Days by Catherine Ryan Howard. I think that's Howard Ryan, one of
Yeah.
them. And that cover was like made of the same material. And I was like, why is this thriller so heavy? Great book, but only if you want pandemic literature. It's a great book. Stay away if you don't. It's truly a necessity. Like truly. I had to get a new one because so my old one is upstairs. My son broke his. So he needed a new chair and he took mine, and I used it as an opportunity to be like, oh shoot, I need to buy a new desk chair. I'll get it.
Oh, no.
Right. It was one of those moments of, oh no, that's so unfortunate that happened. It's so heavy. It's so heavy, and I do not know why. I really enjoyed it. Again, only if you're ready for pandemic literature, because it takes place basically during like February to like April of 2020. So it's like full on like COVID. But it's a really good thriller. So friends, this sprint, we're going to do something a little bit different. If you've ever been on a Leandra sprint, you will know what we're doing, but I've never done it over here. So the next chat is going to be on Jess's channel. I have set up the redirect. It will just take you there automatically. So we're going to set it that we leave here at the end of the timer and do our catch-up chat over on Jess's sprint. So we'll say how we did in the sprint, all that stuff, so that we don't have two back-to-back chatty times. That doesn't really make any sense when it's just me and Jess just in a new location. So I'll put up a little banner saying that, but you were just going to redirect over. The one thing I need, which I don't know if you sent it to me yet, is the link for the sprints.
I did.
Perfect. Great. I wasn't sure if I had it yet. So just so you know, you don't have to do anything, friends. You will just automatically head over. And the next thing you know, you'll be on Jess's channel at the end of the hour. Super simple. But we will see you in an hour in a whole new place. Happy sprinting.